A này.
Khói nè. Khu A.
Toàn. Ui mày thế. 88 điểm, lãi được 7 điểm. Luộc được chục điểm của Oli rồi. Giờ cho nó bật cười.
Lựu đạn né đi.
Thôi. Hay.
Khói nè. Lựu đạn nè, né đi. Mù nè.
Ở kìa, sao lại để móc thế?
Khói nè. Lựu đạn nè, né đi. Mù nè. Đã đặt bom ở khu B.
Khó rồi. Ván này bị luộc điểm rồi.
Khói nè. Lựu đạn nè, né đi. Quá bình thường. Khói nè. Lựu đạn nè, né đi. Mù nè.
Ôi, 1C, 1C. Sai. Chết. Nice.
Khu B. Ok, tính nào. Khói nè.
Hay quá anh em, cái định mệnh thằng này vai lều.
Khói nè. Lựu đạn né đi. Mù nè.
Toang toác. Này 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 này.
Khói nè.
À sao ấy?
Lựu đạn né đi. Thấy bom nè. Mồm.
Lại luộc rồi. Lại luộc điểm rồi.
Khói nè. Khu B. Lựu đạn né đi. Mù nè.
Trời ơi, ảo ảo vãi.
Khói nè. Khu B. Lựu đạn né đi. Mù nè.
B B1. Gậy. Mẹ thua đấy. Toang rồi. Mất chuỗi rồi.
Khói nè.
Buồn rồi.
Lựu đạn né đi. Mù nè.
Hay quá. Vẫn thắng anh em ạ. Và 91 điểm. Luộc điểm của hai ông kia nhiều vãi chưởng. Ôi giời ơi, thôi toang. Quả này toang rồi. Nó nhảy xuống đây rồi á.
Khu B. Khó nè. Mu nè.
Một C kìa. Trời ơi. Ai,
Khó nè. Mu nè. Lựu đạn nè, né đi.
rồi, chết. Toàn. Vãi trưởng nó chửi.
Yểm trợ tôi. Khó nè. Mu nè. Lựu đạn nè, né đi. Vỡ mồm. Quá bình thường.
Ơi, B1. Trời ơi.
Khu B. Khó nè. Mu nè. Lựu đạn nè, né đi. Vỡ mồm.
Đủ má nó nhanh thế. Chạy đâu vậy? Sao theo. Má hay. Nice. Hay. Hay. Này bro.
Giữ vững đội hình. Mô nè.
Đang chuỗi thắng chưa nghỉ được. Đang chuỗi thắng chưa nghỉ được.
Khói nè. Lựu đạn né đi. Lựu đạn né đi. Khu B. Khu B.
Bắn trượt nữa rồi. A mồm, A mồm, A mồm. Nào. Ô. Đau tim vãi lều ra.
Mô nè. Khói nè. Khói nè. Khói nè. Lựu đạn né đi. Fire in the hole. Flash bomb.
Nice.
Mô nè. Lựu đạn né đi. Lựu đạn né đi. Quá bình thường.
1C. Chỉ 33.
Mô nè. Khói nè. Lựu đạn né đi. Khu B. Lựu đạn né đi. Khói nè. Tuyệt vời. Có bom rồi.
Chưa được trăm nhờ. Cái top 100 mà ông dạo này chăm giữ vậy. Top 100 mà chắc là 100 điểm mà mai lên đấy, mai vào top 100 đấy. Sao anh bắn hay về là vậy? Ăn hành mãi rồi đấy em ơi. Ăn hành từ nãy đến giờ đấy. Đang chuỗi thắng chưa muốn nghỉ. Thôi mất Oli rồi. Ván này mà thua là nghỉ nhá. Cứ thua ván là nghỉ ấy. Từ nãy đến giờ chưa thua. Thắng 4 5 ván rồi. Vẫn đang tươi lắm.
Yểm trợ tôi. Yểm trợ tôi.
Chắc ván này vẫn thắng đấy.
Mù nè. Lựu đạn nè, né đi.
Toang rồi. A1. Khó nhỉ.
Mission failed. Global risk win.
Đấy mình flash thằng kia.
Lựu đạn nè, né đi. Khu B.
45. Rồi chết. Mình chết sớm quá. Ngon. Cân luôn. Hay quá nhở.
Khu B. Lựu đạn nè, né đi.
Một ba. Khó lắm. Con. Hay. Tôi cầm con tôi ủi. Như bắn tanh luôn. Ôi làm được này, làm được này. Cây chí mạng luôn. Mít.
Cần hỗ trợ.
Smoking grenade.
Khói nè.
Bắn cọp kinh thế nhở. Bắn cọp còn ác hơn mình ạ.
Smoking grenade. Awesome.
Lựu đạn nè, né đi.
Định mệnh thùng vàng. Thôi dẹp snip rồi.
Đồng ý.
Hmm. Không năm 1 5 2 5 3 năm sảnh tiến. Toàn thế.
Đặt bom ở A. Mu nè. Bom đã bị gỡ.
Ván này thua là nghỉ nha. Không bắn được nữa. Mất chuỗi đấy.
Đi làm cô với. Khói nè. Khói nè. Chặt mu nè.
Fire in the hole!
Lựu đạn. Lấy đi.
Toàn thế.
Lựu đạn. Né đi. Khói nè. Mu nè. Ok, tiến lên nào. Khói nè. Mu nè. Lựu đạn. Lấy đi. Khói nè.
Flash bomb!
Tuyệt vời.
Ui ôi vẫn còn này.
Mu nè.
Ui giời nhắm mù hay thế. Thôi toàn à. B.
Mission fail. Black
Bắn kinh thế nhở. Phong trương nhá. Không gỡ được rồi. Sát nút quá. Để lên một hỏng.
Im chờ tôi. Mu nè. Lựu đạn. Khói nè.
fire in the hole!
Mu nè. Quá bình thường. Lựu đạn. Né đi.
Bay. Ồ thế không bay.
Mu nè.
Không thủ nữa. S thôi.
Khói nè. Mu nè. Khói nè. Mu nè. Lựu đạn. Lấy đi. Mu nè.
Đừng chết nữa. Trời ơi.
Ôm đặt rồi nhé.
Ôi giời. Thua.
Rồi, bắt lấy là thắng.
GG nha anh em. Thôi lãi được 11 điểm. Ok rồi. Chưa mai gặp lại, tối nay nghỉ. Tối nay ọp nhá. Ra sleep be safe à, thôi, nghỉ thôi, mệt lắm rồi. Quá giờ live rồi đấy, 4 tiếng rưỡi rồi. Nghỉ nhá, chưa mai gặp lại nha anh em.
Arizona, I
Oh,
think.
yeah, you're talking about the drunken.
With the police officer. and that
Okay,
whole thing.
okay, all right, got it.
You're mixing them up.
I'm mixing my rants up.
Your anti-Semitic rants.
All right, the Alec Baldwin phone call. Michael Richards' racist rant on stage at the Comedy Club. You guys ran that first. Tiger Woods' car accident. The beating of Rihanna by Chris Brown. Right? And so you had to pay a lot of money just to get that first picture of Rihanna with her face busted in, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, we won't talk about specifics, but
I will. $62,000 is what the price was for
yeah,
that.
you know what? I got to tell you something. I read some of this stuff, and it's absurd. It's like somebody will just say it, and then suddenly it goes all over the place. That's absurd.
So it wasn't $62,000.
Well, I'm saying that whatever we did, those stories are absurd.
Right, and it
Those
was
stories
worth
are
paying
absurd.
for because it got the name TMZ out there.
Well, look, on that one, I got to tell you, and people, listen, that one was really controversial. Ultimately, my feeling about that was everybody was lying about that case, that Chris Brown's people were saying, oh, it was nothing, and Rihanna's people were spinning it, and the picture ended up telling a story that nobody else was telling who was involved in this thing, and it became, it was a criminal case where, it was really, really important, and everybody was lying about it.
Christian Bale's rant at a crew member of the set of the Terminator Salvation. I still
Brilliant.
That's the best.
You know what?
How do you get that?
I got to tell you something. Let me tell you, because you were asking me about Warner Brothers and everything, about how this thing works, because it is tricky.
Right.
And that's a Warner Brothers movie.
Right.
That's a Warner Brothers movie. And so, think about it, that and it was on the heels, I think, of the movie coming out. So, think about how
You're
they
telling
react.
me, but Harvey, you're telling me Warner Brothers can't come to you and say, listen, Harvey, we just pumped a fortune into this Terminator movie. We can't afford to have Christian Bale look bad or have him pissed at us. He's got to go out and do promotion. You're not running this story. They never say that to you.
Howard, I swear to you. I swear to you. Never, ever, ever. And the biggest one, I think, is, that was a big one for that, and they never put pressure on me like that. And I told them, listen, that was the deal going into this thing, that, when we had, our meetings, I said, look, if I'm going to run a news operation, there's no way you can say this, because
But Christian
that's why
Bale,
TMZ
Christian Bale didn't come to them and say, hey, fuckers. Maybe it's because most people don't know Time Warner owns TMZ.
I wouldn't have known that until you mentioned it.
Right. So a lot of them.
Well, listen, I'm not saying sometimes that people won't come to them and try to put pressure on them, but they don't do it to me.
Have you ever
And,
killed a
Mel-
story? Have you ever killed a story because of pressure?
No, I'm telling you. And listen, I'll give you an example. Mel Gibson's rant, the 2006. He was a player, and he did business with Warner Brothers, and he was a big producer. And I remember, on that story, I gave people a heads up on what I was doing, and the only thing I got back, and I swear to you, Howard, this is true, and that was early on in TMZ. And what I got back, and I thought to myself, this is the story. This is going to determine, at least for me, whether I keep doing this or not. Because if they say kill it, it's just going to become like one of these traditional, bullshit PR machines. And I remember it went up the chain because people had to know what was going on before it did. All they said to me was, if you've got a story, you got to run the story. Just make sure you're right.
Have you guys ever been duped? Like, have you ever printed a story that...
You had to retract?
Yeah.
Rarely, but yeah, it's happened. I mean, we've been duped.
What does that do to
everybody?
Is that due to like somebody just trying to fuck with you, or is that someone trying to get money out of you for a story that doesn't exist?
No. I mean, usually what it is this whole thing is based on relationships and trust because everybody thinks it's about money. It's not. It's all about trust, and we really had to build this because nobody worked with online news operations before this. And I remember I've made so many phone calls to people in town because I've been in L.A. a long time, and I said, look, try us once and trust us, and if we screw you, you're going to kill us because you'll tell everybody in the world not to work with us, so work with me. And it goes both ways, and we have to trust people we work with, too. And there are certain people that I would never trust who call me up because I know they're liars. And then there are people where I would literally take it to the bank. And sometimes you deal with people who you have a relationship with, who are good, who are really good sources, and then all of a sudden they go haywire, and they'll shade something or even just simply lie about something. And you source things. Sometimes you quadruple source things.
But I read something where it said that some woman once came into your office, for example, and had the most mind-blowing dossiers on Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson, yeah.
And you talked to her for about 5 minutes, and you realized that she had stolen documents, and you're an attorney. You understand what that means. So you threw her out. But what the fuck was the shocking thing?
It had to do... I've never talked about this just because I don't want. See, here's the thing, Howard. If people come to you and you give them assurance that they're a confidential source, you start blowing that and you start blabbing about it, nobody's going to talk to you.
Right.
I mean, aside from the fact that it's wrong, it's just really bad business too.
But now the guy's dead.
Michael's dead, but the people who come to you know that if they're the ones that you really care about right now. Because if somebody comes to me and says, "Look, I want to talk to you about something, but you have got to make sure that you never, ever, ever tell anybody that I talked to you," your word has to be gold, or you're dead.
That's right. But in this case, Michael Jackson's story is now, it's moot, and.
But it doesn't matter. It's like, so the source is still alive as far as I know.
So you learned something about Michael Jackson that would have what? Put him in jail?
No. It has to do with the circumstances around how he ended up having his kids. And it was very detailed. And, and that's as far as I'm going to talk about it.
I see. And so was it something, too, that you don't want to reveal because the kids are still here and that they would know something about themselves?
No, it's more about that if I tell somebody that I will deal with them confidentially, if you're not a man of your word, you're dead. Nobody's going to trust you. Nobody's going to trust you. I mean, to the point where if somebody says, look, you can never tell, and then suddenly you get subpoenaed by a judge, because this happened to me once, and they threatened to throw you in jail, you got to go.
I don't understand the line with the gossip, because like you've even said, you struggled, but let me ask you this. You struggled with the David Hasselhoff video where his daughter had taken a picture of him drunk, a video of him drunk, and you said, hey, you know what? This was meant to be private. I'm not going with this because David Hasselhoff's daughter took it, and this isn't right. But then at the same point, the Alec Baldwin one is a private conversation between him and his daughter, even if it's, a bad one. That's the same thing. It's
not, and I'll tell you why. But listen, I agree with you. I mean, we have these debates all the time in the newsroom, and we kill things all the time. We debate things. We argue all the time. And, the difference between the two of those is, to me, ultimately, is that the David Hasselhoff thing was never a court case. There was nothing public about it. It was just a father and his daughter who made an agreement about this video, and the girl's boyfriend, a sleazy guy, stole the tape and then went out and sold it. But it was just a stolen tape about something that was totally private between the daughter and her father. The Alec Baldwin thing, which listen, I'm going to be honest, I did struggle with Alec Baldwin, and we talked about it and we debated it, but ultimately the Alec Baldwin thing was part of a court case, and whether it was a mistake or not, I don't know. It was not sealed. When we got this thing, it wasn't a sealed tape. It was real. I mean, it was part of the court file in a very public divorce where everybody in the divorce was talking, but it was part of the court file. I mean, it's something that anybody could get, at the time we got it.
So,
Well, the Hasselhoff tape eventually came out, so do you regret not doing it?
No, and we never ran it. I mean, it did come out, and when it came out, we never ran it. We've never run the David Hasselhoff tape. Because if you do it, you're a douchebag. If you really believe something, and then you say, well, everybody else is doing it, so I'll do it too. Then there's no compass, and so I saw everybody did it. We didn't do it. We've never run it.
Harvey, do you think that Harvey, do you think the paparazzi should be more legally restricted in the sense that sometimes these guys are like almost photographing people in their homes or in their backyards and all that kind of stuff? I mean, I know you guys send out someone all the time. You don't send them out personally, but you'll buy the stuff. Don't you think sometimes they step over the line?
Yeah, not only step over the line, somebody's going to die.
Right. I agree.
I'm telling you, somebody's going to die in the city. And what happens is, look, it's funny because Lindsay Lohan, whatever you think of her, we found out she's telling people she didn't want to go out last night. And it's real early right now in L.A., so I got to find out exactly what happened. But as of last night, she wasn't going to go out because she knows what a bounty there is on her head for the first picture that anybody gets of her out. So it literally scared her. But it's true. I mean, there are these renegade paparazzi in town that will chase. I mean, they'll blow red lights. They'll do